Sorry. Come on, Sky. Live, everybody. I had this planned. I have the song queued. I have the backdrops ready. I'm ready with everything and the stuff and the things. And oh my crud. When you finally think you got something right, when you finally do, Skype. Skype. Ah! Don't make me use my 3DS on you. I will. It's a flashlight. It does. It is a flashlight. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So she's still trying. There we go. Hey, you there?
Hello.
Hey, I can hear you. Let's see if chat can hear you. Let's give chat a moment here. By the way, because of a request from Shauna, Ami, I will not be showing her camera. However, I do have something preset, so we don't have to worry about your camera connection. Make things a little bit easier for you.
And you as well. And don't worry, everybody. He might not be open to swearing. I am more than comfortable screaming fuck on the internet, and I have a kitty for you all.
Well,
Say hi, kitty.
They can't see the cat.
I know, but they'll recognize who he is as soon as he talks.
I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this, people. Let me just get... Let's go... Ah!
Chester! Puss, puss.
Always here on the Queen's Way. You must meet her. She'll be mad about you. Simply mad.
Okay.
There's your kitty on the internet, folks.
It's the Chester cat. Okay, well... Yep, that works. That way I don't get cut off by the camera. Okay, so without further ado, it's that time again. You know, I figured I'd say that one of these times, and you would actually lead into the thing that we always associate with that phrase.
It's time to make the folks' senses cry.
It's trying to find Elvis at a gas station?
It's time to discuss how cute I am.
Let's not. No, it's time for our favorite thing in the world.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's see if come on. No.
Welcome everyone to Technical Difficulties, the show.
I had it working. For crying out loud.
Oh, come on. Anyone who's a fan of this knows it's a running thing. It's technical difficulties.
I had it working. It was working right. Yeah. One sec.
We believe you.
You don't believe me. There we go. And let's do that. And let's try that again. There. Yes! It's that time once again where we gather some of the strangest stories on the internet and bring you all to see what we call What the
Crazy is wrong with you?
I'm crazy for feeling.
And now, on to our main event. So, let's see if I can adjust this camera a little bit more. Okay. Let's not get too close, people. There we go. So I'm going to have to be leaning this way a bit to check the stories. So let's get... I'm not the new Uncle Nash. I'm already enough of an uncle for most people. Do you know... My sister just got married, actually. My oldest sister, by the way. My oldest sister just got married.
I was about to say, the sister that I met, she got married. I think it's time for your dad to pull down his gun collection.
Well, okay, she's like 22. Okay, yeah, okay. But, you know, when it comes to getting married and proposals, you know, some people could think of better ways to do theirs. Let me just bring over the story. Ah, there we go.
Also, don't forget to send it to me.
Man, oh yeah. Shoot. There we go.
I can't report on news I can't see.
I'm working on it. I can't access your chat. That's the thing. Oh, no, not full screen? Ah. Okay.
Microsoft, why you gotta be such a dick?
Because, come
Yeah,
on.
trust me, everybody. You do not
Message
want
is
me on
disabled
camera.
until request action. Okay. Anyways, until I can get that to you, man charged after painting marriage proposal on the side of a shopping center.
Hey, that's definitely not the strangest proposal we've seen. I mean, at least he didn't roll up to her house with 2,000 tons, with 2 tons of hay.
Well, true.
So,
Okay.
at least he didn't cause a major accident with construction equipment. But on the side of it, is it like her favorite convenience store or something? Because how are you going to know that, like, the Susie you want to see it is going to be the Susie that sees it?
Well,
because, oh man, can you imagine if you wrote your proposal on the side of a building and the wrong woman saw it?
Well, here's the proposal. I'm zooming on the proposal right now, and it's right here in the picture. First off, there are better ways to tell somebody, "Hey, I want to marry you." And I still can't seem to send you the link. It says message disabled until request is accepted. So that's something on your end. Okay, now back to the story. Sherfield Lake, Ohio, I think. A newly engaged man is facing charges after he confessed to painting his marriage proposal on the side of a building. This happened back on March 19th, and he said, Michelle, marry me, I love you, 3/17/17. This was St. Patrick's Day. He did this on St. Patrick's Day.
How much green beer do you have to drink before this becomes a good idea?
Apparently
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been drunk before. I've been so drunk that I saw a man's face turn into an elephant trunk. But I have never, ever been so drunk that I wanted to go deface government property.
Well, this wasn't a government property. This was a shopping center.
Oh, private property.
Yeah.
Private property.
But here's the thing. The handwriting matches some other graffiti from about, it says here, 5 years earlier. Which just show, this guy wasn't really thinking. Okay, if you're going to do a marriage proposal, first off, spray paint should not be involved. Also, marriage proposals should never be done between the dates of August 31st and April 2nd. Correction. March 31st and April 2nd. My bad. For obvious reasons. It's the same reason you don't say, hey, I'm pregnant on April 1st. You don't do that.
Yeah.
There are people that do that.
Yeah, but also you gotta realize, I'm gonna have to disagree with you that one. I would think the one and only time that spray paint can be involved with a marriage proposal is if you go to her house and spray paint her car like a giant robot. Because that's love.
Well, she has to be into giant robots, okay?
Oh, come on. What was it Mega Sex LR taught us? Chicks dig giant robots.
We dig giant robots.
That's right.
Okay, so on to the next story. You know I work in education, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is the one thing that you could imagine would you be very... Okay, not that... let me restart.
I was about to say.
Yeah, that could... No, it's not that type of story. However...
Oh, good, because I was about to... I was really hoping you weren't going to say some teacher was exposing himself to kids again.
No, but it wasn't a teacher, it was a sub. And they weren't exposing themselves. Substitute teacher gives a very good reason why not to drink, or at least become intoxicated, as they throw up into a purse of that of a police officer.
Oh, Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's see. Substitute teacher vomits in class. Officer finds box of wine in purse. Okay, I misphrased that. My bad. First off,
Okay, kids, here's a math problem. I got a case of wine here. What percentage of this wine am I gonna have to drink before I can tolerate all you little motherfuckers?
are you channeling your inner Tony Stark? No, really, are you?
I don't think I have an inner Tony Stark.
Well, that sounded like an inner Tony Stark to me. So
Way too many people in my family are alcoholics.
too many people in my family just love alcohol too much. A substitute teacher may have unintentionally taught her students a lesson about dangers of drinking on the job. Yeah, I wonder why. Police in Lexington County, South Carolina, once stayed away from where Nash is going. Said the teacher in question was allegedly so intoxicated during class on Friday that she reportedly vomited on the classroom floor. Okay.
She must have heard that Nash was coming, because honestly, so much of his stories take place in his home state. She must have heard he was coming, anticipated the influx of stupidity, and decided to just numb herself.
But again, this is in South Carolina, not North Carolina. Nash is going
You'd
to...
be amazed how many people get those two confused.
Like the Dakotas?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, as somebody that's worked in public education and had to work with custodial a lot, vomit, it's a biohazard. Anything that comes out of the body is a biohazard.
You get to pull out the fun chemicals.
Ugh, and the smell lingers. And I don't just mean the smell of the vomit. I mean the cleaning smell. Especially if it's carpet. Cleaned carpet in the school reeks. Just, ugh. Officers who arrived on the scene said that they found a box of wine in the suspect's purse. Administration said they called the police at 9:45. So, given that your average school day starts about 7:30, this was already 2 hours into class when this happened. And if this was a normal high school, I would say that they were into the second block. So, she had at least...
Oh, come on. You know the only way they found this woman out is because somebody was walking down the hall and all of a sudden they heard a bunch of high school students going, chug, 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 chug.
I really hope not. I would hope that the spewing of spew was enough to get Asian to go, Miss Appleby? That's not her name, by the way. That ain't right. Are you okay?
No, that's why they called the police, because it says that she didn't throw up until after the police got there. That's what I heard.
Yeah, and sorry, let me see if I can't send you the link now. Nope, it's still not letting me send you links. Curse you, Skype.
Maybe send them to your phone?
My phone's been busted since October. I've not been able to replace my phone since October. I'm a sad, sad man. But I just have to think, how much wine do you have to drink before you throw up? How much, really? Okay. Well, let's try the next story. Okay, this one just gets me mad. This gets me mad, and it shows that people overthink things.
Hold on. I'm getting a comfort, Evie. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. 5-year-old suspended for playing with stick gun. Now use...
Oh, good God, not this again.
Yes, this again. This again.
Is this better or worse than the kid that was suspended for making terroristic threats with the One Ring from the Lord of the Rings? Can a 7-year-old even say terrorist?
Maybe, but I'm not sure if a 5-year-old could. Okay, a 5-year-old in North Carolina, hello Nash, has been stuck with a suspension after she pretended a stick was a gun during recess. At the age of 5, you're pre-K?
No, 5 is K.
Okay, 5 is K. Okay. Um, um,
Say one more K and the Grand Wizard's gonna come in here. Stop it.
yeah. Shut up.
It's in Carolina. What do you want?
Miss Miller said she was playing her favorite game, King and Queens, with two friends when the incident happened. She was play she was play blah 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 blah. She was palace guard. Oh, she was the palace guard and protecting her role of charge by pretending a stick she found where was a gun, according to the news agency. Chloe was the queen, and a name I can't pronounce. Hi, I'm bad at reading. Was the princess. I was the guard, and something was rude to me and told the teacher on me. The girl told the reporter. Officials for the school district said that Cataline, the girl, made a shooting motion with the stick and thus possessed a threat.
You know, the day they start loading sticks with projectiles, I think I'm just going to call the ball game over. But for those of you out there who are going to say palace guards do not have guns in fantasy settings, this is not true. In fact, there was a recent TV series called Emerald City, in which there was a palace surrounded by guns. Yes, they were surrounded by guns, by palace guards with guns.
Yeah, but
and the queen was a robot, so yay.
Not even that. This is a kid's imagination.
Yes.
It doesn't, if they think a raptor has turrets on the back, or that the T-Rex over there has a tutu, it's their imagination.
Or the one kid on the playground that everybody hates who has the invincibility shield.
Oh, my cousin Dustin. But yeah, why are you doing this to their imagination? And, okay, guns are bad, we know. But to suspend her for that? Come on.
At least at the most harsh level, you should send the kid to the counselor, and the counselor will tell you why you should not talk about guns in school. To suspend a child, I mean, we're fucking back to the kid who got suspended because her hair was red. And we're not talking Kool-Aid red, people. Longtime viewers will remember. This girl was like 2 shades brighter than Tara's hair. This was natural red. And she was suspended and sent home because her hair was a distraction. Now, while I will admit that was a worse reason, this is up there. This is yet another case of misappropriation of fucks. America likes to give so many fucks, but about things that won't help the problem.
Well.
Hello, TSA.
Well, let's skip the TSA for a moment and go into a staple for here. That's not Florida. A staple that's not Florida.
Oh, good Lord. Is it Naked and Crazy? Is it Naked Crazy time?
I wish it was Naked Crazy, but it's not Naked Crazy. It's doing things with stolen stuff that you really shouldn't be doing. Like...
Did another person shove another stolen gun up their ass?
No! Car thieves arrested driving stolen car to courthouse.
Hello, officer. I thought I'd make your morning a whole lot easier.
Hey, we gotta get to the. Hey, I got a court date. Don't worry. Let me just get the Slim Jim. Ah, yeah, we're in.
Don't worry. I learned how to hotwire a car on YouTube. You'll make your court date. But then we'll have to make another one.
You know, there should be several videos about that. I better look at those later.
Believe me, there are videos on YouTube about how to hotwire a car. I've seen them.
I think this is out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, yes. Police described it as a bizarre arrest.
How could this happen in a place where the air smells like warm root beer?
A low jack signal alerted police to a stolen SUV when officers found the car. The car thieves were heading to Metropolitan Courthouse to pick up an ankle monitor from a previous case.
Wow.
According to Albuquerque police, the stolen car tracked down by a low jack signal is fairly common occurrence at least once a week. Okay. According to the criminal complaint, detectives received a silent alarm to an apartment complex near Jefferson and Montgomery around 9 a.m. Thursday. When detectives arrived, they found a stolen black GMC SUV parked at the complex. Moments later, 2 male suspects got into the car and drove off. Officers said the pair drove around town aimlessly before they eventually stopped downtown near 5th Street and Marble. They got out of the car and walked towards the courthouse. Okay. Look. I live in a small town. Smaller than Albuquerque. If I need to get to the courthouse, I get a bus. I had jury duty recently. What did I do? I got the bus. Do you know what you should have done? You should have gotten the bus. It's the bus. And you
also should have been a hell of a lot more imaginative with your stolen car. Oh, I'm just gonna drive around aimlessly until it's time to go to the courthouse. I kind of miss the guys that painted the Jeep glitter purple.
Maybe they were looking for a Taco Bell.
And the mystery machine.
Yeah. Officers were able to arrest the 2 suspects without incidents. The driver was identified as Mr. Rodriguez, age 20, and a passenger, John, age 19, had just gotten out of jail a few days earlier and was on his way to get his ankle monitor. So the question here
What's your
is...
name? Diamond. What's your last name? Rodriguez.
So the question here is, John was the one actually getting the ankle bracelet. And so he was the passenger, not the driver. So the question becomes, do you think he turned to his buddy and just said, hey, dude, come on. Isn't this going to get me in trouble?
No, I mean, because if you're already in trouble to get an ankle monitor, I mean, come on, what's Grand Theft Auto going to do? Do you have any idea what you have to do to get an ankle monitor?
And... severe, come on, man, just... We have to, you know, there's an old rule on this channel. The first rule before you do anything...
Wants to see your dick?
Besides that, the first rule is before you do anything, pants.
Like I said, nobody wants to see your dick. It's the oldest and fondest and most cherished rule of Radio Dead Air. Nobody, nowhere, never wants to see your dick unless they explicitly tell you, "Oh, pardon me, good sir, might I see your member?"
Yeah, but... the second rule should be, after you put the pants on, think.
They need to stay on?
Okay, Al. No, that's rule 1B. Pants must stay on. Rule 2, think. What am I saying? Nobody thinks. If somebody thought this lady wouldn't have done what she did.
We wouldn't have this show.
True. Let's see. Copy.
Oh, my apologies. I meant to mute that. I thought I did.
Package delivery sends woman to jail. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I am intrigued.
And I still can't send you the link. Because curse you, Skype.
Technical difficulties, everyone. Let's just
Okay.
keep going.
From Arizona, a Bono woman is now in jail after her package of drugs was delivered to the wrong doorstep.
And they opened it? That's a federal crime if they opened it.
No. According to Bono Police Department, a man received a package today When he opened it, he found 5 pounds of methamphetamines. He then called the police, who later brought the package to the police department. The police then contacted the suspect, Rosie Cindy, who was supposed to get the package. When she came to the department to get it, she was arrested. The police charged her with drug trafficking and possession of drug paraphernalia. Now,
Okay, you guys have got my meth? That's great. I've been looking for it all day. I'll be right there.
You know, it's at least not like the guy that tried to deposit the cocaine at the bank ATM. See, this would have worked out for her. It really would. It just got delivered to the wrong address. And it just makes you wonder what was going through was this going through real mail? Was this being just trafficked? You know, like somebody just like, I think that's the right one, and just drop it off. Meth is wrong, people. You should.
I don't know. I don't know. When we start talking about bath salts and people tripping balls for a solid week off of one hit of acid, meth kind of seems like the way to go. I mean, at least it's not flakka.
The old drugs are still good, people. The old drugs are still good.
Old drugs still work. You still shouldn't do meth. There's better old drugs. Just be a heroin addict. I promise you. You won't. First of all, you won't fuck up your teeth, your skin, and your hair, and you won't be screaming obscenities at a penguin on the 4th of July.
As long as you're not.
You also won't be stealing an ambulance because you think your friends have committed suicide when really they're in the ambulance next to you.
As long as you're not swimming. That's all, folks. Swimming, sleeping with the penguin. I was thinking of Evangelion. Whatever. But actually, I was going to say, Will JR had the meth is bad, okay? You know, South Park. Yeah, it's bad. Meth is still bad.
Meth is still bad, and you still shouldn't do it. But when it comes, if you've got a choice between meth and bath salts, do the damn meth. You may end up losing your teeth, and you definitely will end up in jail, but at least you will not be running down the street buck-ass naked with plate glass door shards sticking out of you because you thought you woke up next to Shelob.
Well, speaking about glass shards, man smashes glass door after chicken order is delayed.
Magic Segway powers activate!
Whoosha! Yes, and it's a Popeyes. Because of course it's Popeyes. Why wouldn't it be anything else?
Strange things gone down at the KFC.
In New Hampshire, police in New Hampshire are looking for a man who allegedly broke a glass door at a Popeyes Chickens after he was told his order wouldn't be ready for another 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh lordy lord, the inconvenience.
Salem police said an older man with white hair entered the Popeyes on Route 28 around 6 p.m. on Wednesday and ordered some fried chicken. When he was told that his food wouldn't immediately be ready, he stormed out the restaurant and kicked the door, smashing the glass.
Slack your door. I will use my own door. Is much better.
By the way, there's a picture of this guy. I'm just going to zoom on this for the chat. Well, police are hoping to find the suspect.
Here's your Radio Deader public service announcement, kids. If any of you have seen this guy, know this guy, or know where he might be, please call the cops on him because, honestly, do you really want him out there on the streets with you?
Yeah, tell your Uncle Bill to go turn himself in. Uh, while the police are hoping to find the suspect to make him pay for the damages, they also had a little fun with the incident, saying that in a press release, why did this guy run away? Because he was chicken. That was from the police
Why
department.
did the chicken glass door breaker cross the road? Because his chicken wasn't ready.
This is going to cost him more than a buck.
This is definitely going to cost him more than an arm and a leg, too.
Ooh. Yeah, but you know when he's all done, he's going to be deep fried.
Extra crispy.
Well, hopefully not.
But tish.
And I think we got enough room for one more tonight.
Alrighty.
And you know what this is.
Oh, this is the one I sent you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hand in front of your face, turn your palm towards your forehead, and be ready to apply with liberal force.
I'm showing them right now. Okay, here we go. The chat still gets stopped with the punch earlier. Okay, here we go. And zoom in. The street made safe for texting and walking.
Oh, tell them why it was made safe for texting. The fact that a country, a government facility felt the need to protect people from their own stupidity by wrapping lampposts with padding is bad enough.
According to London,
But do tell them why.
According to London, it is claimed that there are more than 68,000 such accidents last year, with victims injuries ranging from minor bruises to fractures of the skull.
That means a concussion, boys and girls. People were walking and texting with such reckless abandon that they ran into these solid metal lampposts, well, not solid, but mostly metal lampposts, hard enough to concuss themselves. And I've said it once, I've said it multiple times, I will say it until the day I die. I am not saying that we need to just go around and murder every single stupid person. I'm saying we just need to remove all the warning labels and let the problem sort itself out.
That's not nice. Okay.
No, but ultimately it will be better for the species.
Okay, this is the difference between my friend and myself, is I do try to think better of the average person.
Even when faced with this, even when faced with a street that had to be padded like a kindergarten bumper room.
Yes, like a kindergarten bumper room. Because I hope beyond all hope, people will actually look up from their cell phones.
But this isn't an incentive to do that. This is more likely going to turn into, oh, okay, I'm turning down Safe Street. Time to walk and text now. Bump, bump, bump. Walk into traffic. Bump. Kids, when you hit the car, you're not going to go bump. You're going to make a few other sounds.
I'm not sure. The fact that there was a study done, money invested in this. How much money was invested in this? Okay,
And I'm still stuck on the fact that people were doing this with reckless abandon to the degree that they concussed themselves. Anyone out there who's a football fan, you know the amount of force it takes to get a concussion.
By the way,
your skull's pretty thick, boys and girls.
The chat agrees that you take after Foamy. This is a known fact.
The wisdom of the squirrel lives on. My heart glows with warmth. Now somebody get me a bagel.
And according to LJR again, they should rename this Sesame Street. No, this should not be renamed Sesame Street. This should be renamed Padded Street. Because at least the felt on Sesame Street's more alive than the people texting.
Just, if you're gonna do this, go all the way. Have every street on there. sell plush toys and children's games, have like giant clowns wandering around handing out balloons. If you're gonna pad the freaking lampposts and bring people back down to the level of children who can't take care of themselves, go all the way. Have a team of beat cops just going up and down that street going, "Can I help you today?"
You know, this does not bode well for our British friends. I mean, they already got a lot to deal with right now.
Well, at least they're not. At least it's the ones in Australia, not the UK, that are doing the beer icebox roller derbies.
You know, that's something that could actually be a sport on ESPN.
Well, we all know the 483rd fastest growing sport in the world is fish slapping. It has become a beloved pastime in over 300 countries, which is an amazing figure when you consider that there really only are 192 countries in the world.
Let's just hope we don't flounder that delivery. Okay, well, the first thing we learned tonight, look up from your cell phones.
And don't walk fast enough that you're gonna concuss yourself if you hit something.
Look, right here, I have a Nintendo 3D. I almost called it Nintendo Switch. Man, I am tired. This is my Nintendo Switch, not a 3DS. 3DS is over there. With my Nintendo Switch, I will play it on the go a little. But I look up. I look up. Look how big this thing is. I take the time to look up.
When I have my 3DS and I want to check on my spot passes, I step out of the flow of traffic and sit my dumb ass down.
What else we learned tonight?
No one wants to see your dick.
Okay, that goes without saying. But you can wait a little. Okay, but you can wait a little bit for your chicken. You can wait for your chicken, or your JoJo's, or your lattes, or anything. It's only gonna take 5 minutes.
Chicken.
What?
It's gonna be that same chicken in 5 minutes. It's fast food, not instantaneous food.
It's not like you have a replicator from Star Trek. If you did,
And really,
if you did, I want to know.
If this is what's causing you to blow your top, a 5 to 10 minute waiting list on chicken, and that causes you to kick your way through a plate glass door, it's time to stop and say, I think I need to take stock. I've made some poor decisions in my life. How did I get here that a 5-minute wait on chicken is worth defacing public property?
By the way, nice pun there with the word stock.
I was wondering if you'd catch that.
Of course I had to catch that. I catch all the puns. Other things we learned. Meth
If
is
you're gonna
bad.
propose to your sweetheart,
Oh,
you know, when Pizza Hut first came out with the whole marriage proposal with the pizza, I thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard of. Now that I've heard that, get the damn pizza.
might as go with even the heart-shaped pizza that they did for Valentine's Day. That's a better idea.
Yes.
Go with the heart-shaped
Because
pizza.
does not want you to propose from jail.
Yeah. How did Daddy propose to you?
He painted my name on the side of a convenience store, and I knew it was love.
Whatever it is, that might be actually her accent. And we'll also
I am from Germany, yeah.
another thing we learned is meth is still bad.
But it's better.
What?
It's better than Flocka. It's better than bath
It's
salt.
still bad. It's still
And
bad.
it's better than,
No. They're all.
it's better than you think electricity is chasing you. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
No. It's all still bad, people. It's just if you're gonna get it delivered, it's one of those rare things where you can get it to that many steps and almost get it to your door. They really tried, but please, just no. Think about your teeth. Think about your life. Think about the sanity of other people. Sanity of other people that have to read this.
Think about that poor guy that opened a box to find meth and then was worried he might be sent to jail on mail fraud.
Yeah.
Because if you open a package for someone else, whether or not you knew it was for someone else, that woman could have charged him with mail fraud and sent him to jail over her meth.
I think the thing that really gets me steamed, though, is let kids be kids.
Seriously. Yes, that is a lesson we need to learn. Kids are imaginative little buggers. I once talked to a 5-year-old who sat there and talked to me for an hour about the bear who lives in her backyard. He was pink, with blue polka dots, and they both liked cotton candy. And I listened to her tell me about this bear. And you know what? That's fine. She does not need to be sent to a shrink. She does not need to be counseled. She definitely does not need to be suspended and kept home from school because she says there's a bear in her backyard. It's pink! And as a biologist, I'm here to tell you, pink bears do not exist after the first month of life.
And, staying on the school property here, I was a substitute once, and for a paraeducator, and the only thing I have to say here is, I understand it's hard. I understand. I've worked in education. I've been a substitute. I work tech support. You can drink after work. Drink at home after work. You can drink
in the office once the kids have left.
You can't do that.
Oh, you can't? Oh, okay.
You're not allowed. Alcohol is not allowed in school grounds.
Ah.
But just wait, okay? You're a substitute. You're there actually to get, you're substituting for the person. You be the substitute. You probably didn't work the day before. Why do you have to drink now? Couldn't you get plastered the night before than just showing up hungover like most teachers?
Pair of aviator glasses works wonders, people. If you gotta numb yourself up with Dutch courage, do it more. That you need more time than 2 minutes before the bell. That's really the down the box of wine before you walk on campus.
Yeah, like most frat people do. Oops.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just don't mix energy drinks. For the love of God, people, stop putting energy drinks in your alcohol. The only thing it's going to get you is a trip to the emergency room. Uppers and downers do not mix.
So they're not going to like my next music set then. Well, thank you.
I'm listening.
Well, thank you once again for helping me with this Radio Dead Air, the Ripoff Edition, especially with our shenanigans. Luckily, there was no story this time about people bathing in milk.
Luckily, there was no story this time about a penis-headed puppet.
Yes, I remember the penis-headed puppet. It was from Japan too, which
Yes, it was.
It's Japan.
Hey, now come on, let's be fair. There's a lot of things that'll make us say Japan, and that's enough of an explanation. But over here, we have the same kind of shit. I showed people who are still living in Japan, I showed them a house key in the shape of a gun. And you want to know what they said to me? America.
Yeah.
Why do you have a house key in the shape of a gun? Because America.
Exactly.
Why is there vodka in the first aid kit? Because this is Russia.
Before we start stereotyping the rest of the world, I will talk to you.
I look forward to your letters.
Yeah. You can email all your responses and hate to Louis Lovehog at atopthefourthwall.com.
Tell him we sent you.
Yes.
Thank you and good night.
Good night. And there you go, everyone. That has been Radio